Okay, putting SS Love Boat was a bit aggressive, I'll be honest. Let's send Ryan a picture. Send. Beautiful. You know, not my best work, but the guy's cute, the picture's funny, and I like boats. Oh, I got a response. I even got a date. Quick catch up if you're new here. I'm MadSal, and I have a TikTok series where I Photoshop myself into guys' Bumble pictures and I send it to them. And here I give you a behind the scenes look at all of that. So without further ado, let's read my messages with this guy. 10 out of 10 on creativity, clapping emoji. I'm impressed. Well, Ryan, the comments were not impressed. In fact, the comments thought that you were so boring. Aww. I'm so sorry. I thought it was nice. It's not like these guys know that I'm making a TikTok. So like, they probably just open the message and respond like they would any other dating app message. They're not going to spend like an hour trying to come up with the most clever or funny picture to send back. As much as my followers wish I could just match with another photo editor who will do the same thing back to me, I don't think it's gonna happen. So then we chatted a bit. Then I found out that he was only in my city for a little bit for work. So I was like, see ya. And he was like, bye. And then the next day, somebody sent him my TikTok. Thankfully, he had a good sense of humor and thought the TikTok was funny and thought all the comments were funny, even though they raked him through the coals for his response. To which I said, should have been funnier. Then he sent me a screenshot of a message that he got on Bumble from a girl telling him that she saw him in a TikTok. And he later told me he got a bunch of those, which just like is the funniest thing. Honestly, makes me feel famous. So it was pretty funny that my TikTok got to him and that just got us talking again. And he was finally like, the least I can do is buy you a drink. I hadn't gone on a date with a guy from one of these yet, and I kind of wanted to see what it was like for him to be on the receiving end of it and find out if he thought I was like a lunatic. So even though he doesn't actually live here, I was like, okay, why not? He's cute, he's fun enough to chat with, and I'd like to hear more of his experience with this before I do it to other guys. So we went on a date, and I was actually really nervous that he would think I was like crazy, and he didn't. He thought it was really funny. He was actually like showing the bartenders and talking about it with other people. Phew, did not want to get confronted on a first date. I took some videos with him on our date, and I posted one on TikTok as like a little tease because he didn't end up being in that video.
Want a shout out to anybody?
Well, do you want to clear your name? If you want to clear your name, you have to be.
Be sure to split cheese and take some names.
I haven't decided if I'm gonna post the other videos with him in it. Maybe I'll do it here and just like blur his face. Ugh, I would love to vlog my dates. I'm just not that kind of gal. This series has like taken on a life of its own, and I never expected to act all public about my dating life. Actually doing something like this is a really good icebreaker because it gives us something to talk about. Like we already have this like unifying experience going into a first date, so we're not just making boring small talk. The whole thing made me feel less weird about doing this with people because I'm like mostly doing it for TikTok. I don't use dating apps that much anymore. He was a fun guy. We actually went on a few dates, but it's not gonna go anywhere. So the series continues. If you see him on the apps, stamp of approval, I guess. In my last video, we came up with some goals per TikTok. So let's bring them down and check one off. We are at 1.5 million views on TikTok. Yay, I could not be happier. I mean, I could be happier if this had like 10 million views. I actually expected a lot less views on this one because I did not put that much effort into this Photoshop edit. We have 2,316 new followers. Yay! 2 of the 3 goals have been met. We are so excited. And this video was actually doing really well in monetization. It was monetized, it was making money. It was at around $350, and then it was disqualified for being low quality, just like my other video. My new theory on why TikTok is deeming my content low quality is because they are screen recordings. And I think TikTok is trying to foster this environment of creators who speak to the camera. So you'll see in my newer TikToks, I'm including myself in green screen and saying a few words before I jump into the Photoshop part of my videos. And so far, none of those have been demonetized. I also think, TikTok sees that my video is doing really well and they're like, let's pull it so we don't have to pay her, because I've been paid a ton of money from TikTok. And some of my most viral videos have made almost 10 grand. So, I might have a flagged account because I've made too much money on TikTok. Aww. But I got 2,000 followers from this video, so I'm not too sad. And a date. Yay! On Instagram Reels, it has 464,000 views. That's great. That is great for my Instagram Reels. That's almost 500,000 views. So much better than most of my other videos. We're loving it. Let's look at some analytics. 668 new followers from this on Instagram. We love to see it. I am happy with the performance of this video everywhere, except for YouTube Shorts. I don't know what's going on with my account. Get it together, YouTube, okay? This is funny as heck. And I can prove it because I have so many views on TikTok and Instagram. That's about all I have to say on this video. Let's keep it short and sweet. This was a good TikTok, a good story, a good experience. We're back to square one. I included a lot less of my Photoshop stuff in this video because I'm thinking of keeping this more as behind the scenes, and then I'll do Photoshop tutorials separately. So like this video if you like Bumble behind the scenes, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of these or Photoshop tutorials, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming.